when you talk about these so-called grooming gangs in the United Kingdom, let's be clear first of all, what you're talking about are British men abusing British girls in Britain. We're literally not talking about any sort of a phenomenon taking place in the Muslim world. So this very clearly has to do with your culture, not ours. It has to do with your society, not ours. It has to do with your values, not ours. It's a breathtaking level of dishonesty, this performative outrage over so-called Pakistani grooming gangs. While the overwhelming majority of these types of crimes are committed by white Britons, 85% of grooming gang offenses are carried out by white men. In fact, data from 2023 shows that 83% of child sexual abuse suspects were white, while only 2.7% were of Asian descent. Grooming is your culture, not ours. If anyone whose heritage is from the Muslim world, or from Asia, or what have you, if any of those types of people are involved in these very British, very Western activities, well, these are just the ones who have successfully assimilated to your culture, that's all. I mean, look at the numbers. In 2023, out of 1,884 child sexual abuse suspects, 1,623 were white. That's an overwhelming 85%. The data tells us that in the first 3 quarters of 2024, there were 144 white suspects compared to just 31 British Pakistani suspects in group-based child sexual exploitation cases. That's grooming gangs. 85% were white. So in reality, while you're clamoring on and on and on about a so-called cover-up of the British Pakistani grooming cases, in fact, you only want to talk about these cases as a way to cover up your own mass scale criminality. You want to talk about them because you want to hide the fact that you do these things more than anyone. So you're using this talk of a cover-up precisely to cover up your own crimes, which is absolutely familiar to us. And that's the only real reason why you're going on and on and on about this minuscule slice of your national criminality that's being committed by non-white British people. Because as long as you can fool Muslims into trying to so-called defend ourselves against your accusations, well, then you never have to defend yourselves and your indefensible behavior. Your whole society is a rape gang. I'm sorry to tell you. And the entire global South can testify to that. And you are the most prolific serial criminals in history. So spare me your conspicuously selective pretend moral outrage.